first one is coco peat has a natural resistance to insects and pests. It is in a controlled environment. It has an inert pH we have something called pH, the acidity and basicity level of a soil. You would know if you have taken soil test in your farm. The pH has to be in 7 or 6.5 for the ideal absorption of all 17 micro and macronutrients. So in soil, you have to artificially control it. But in coco peat, the natural pH is 6.7 to 7. So that is one of the reasons why we can use or why we can opt soilless cultivation. Next is lack of fertile soil. For the growing population in our country, we cannot just subside just with soil farming. We have to because we are having a lack of fertile land. More and more land is being used for other commercial purposes than agriculture. So we have to opt for a different manner of approach by using methods like soilless in a contained manner. The mottamadi thotamlala paakkureenga. So those are a very good example of soilless culture. Now another reason for that is the declining groundwater level. So if the organic content is high, you have more water retention, and if the water retention is high, you don't have to keep on watering. You don't have to use excess water. That is one of the reason why using fertilizers will destroy the organic content, and you will have to use more and more water. The water economy will increase. So that is with the declining groundwater, we cannot afford to use more and more water for agriculture. Next one. This organic farming in soilless and controlled medium is not new. It is a very age-old process. Indian Army in the borderline, in the China and India borderline, in the Pakistan and India borderline, they don't have access to fertile land. In very hard times, they cannot expect fruits and vegetables to come to their base or camps. So what many army of many nations, what they do is they set up a camp, especially for growing veggies and fruits for their day-to-day activities. This was used back in 1970s, even before the World War II, when wars was happening between two nations, and this was widely used as a very economic and viable option in the World War II, where there was very little land for cultivation. And you can also use this where weather isn't suitable. Winterla indha crop da grow agum appadina, you can use that. You can use soilless to grow even in summer. So those are the advantages of this. So why coco peat? As I've already touched the topic, shows natural resistance to disease, pest-free, better water retention. ஒரு கிலோ கோகோ பீட்டை நீங்கள் தண்ணி பிடிச்சி வச்சிங்கன்னா 6 மாதத்துக்கு it will be the same. It will not dry up for 6 months. It has naturally balanced nutrients, ideal pH. It is low cost. It is recyclable, and it has less weight. So நீங்க terrace farming பண்றீங்க அப்படின்னா you cannot keep on loading it on your terrace or ceiling, because that will put more weight on the building. So a better and economic option is coco peat, where the density of the soil is more than 1. The density of coco peat is less than 0.1. Coco peat in organic farming, the whole production process, from the right from the ripening of the coconut till the processing, the production, and the packing, everything is organic. We don't use any sorts of chemicals which is unnecessary. We don't have to use a pesticide so that no pest infestations will come. So the whole process is organic. So we can say proudly that cocoa peat is nothing but organic farming. Anything that comes or is grown in cocoa peat is fully organic. It is less susceptible to diseases, lightweight, and it is ideal for terrace farming. So how to grow? We have something called these white color bags are called as grow bags. It comes in different sizes, and fermented cocoa peat or decomposed cocoa peat, we use that in controlled containers like these. We fill it up, and all we have to do is sow the seed just half an inch inside the soil, inside the cocoa peat medium, and it will start growing, and you will only have to water it in a very sustained interval. The next one. So these are the containers, ranges from 25 gallons to just 1 gallon, and these are called as seedling trays, which I used in. I have grown carnations, rose, chrysanthemums, cucumbers, tomatoes, chilies, and I do this in my terrace. I've started this as a hobby, and it has been going well. I've been able to produce some amount of organic cultivation out of this. And the vermicompost, perlite, and organic compost, these are the main additives that I use in addition with the cocoa peat. Instead of using fertilizers, I use this as a very organic alternative. Next one. So these are the vegetables that you can grow in cocoa peat. These are the pictures of a terrace garden in IIHR, Indian Institute of Horticulture Research. In my recent visit to IIHR in the late last month, I've seen these, and they've shown me how to grow them in this medium, and these are the pictures from them. As you can see, in a very small area, this is about 10 square feet. They've grown enough to feed one family of 4 people. So this is why I feel that this is why I feel that cocoa peat is a much economic and much less time consuming and space consuming method of growing organic farming. Yeah, so nutrient management and how I manage my nutrients in cocoa peat. So plants require about 17 essential nutrients. In the 17 nutrients தான் அவங்களோட life cycle they will be using it. In that, carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen will be provided from water, air, and environment. The rest we need to supply. In these 14 micro elements, cocoa peat covers almost everything. What else what in addition we have to provide is what I've mentioned. Yeah. What I do in an organic way is FYM compost, which is kitchen compost, vermicompost with the substrate in a 1:1:1 method, in a 1:1:1 mix by volume, which will take care of the nutrients for the plants in their whole life cycle. All you have to do is water them. Vermicompost or kitchen compost, for additional nutrition you can add 100 grams per plant at once in a month interval. And my recent visit to IIHR, they've introduced me to this nutrient solution. It's called the it's called ARC, a nutrient solution that institute has developed. It has A and B nutrients, and you can add 5 ml in 100 liters of 1 liter of it, and add it once or twice a week. So A common myth about organic farming is that um, if you use fertilizer in your organic farming or plant, that will not make it organic. Once நீங்கள் fertilizer யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா உங்கள் plant வந்து organic இல்லை அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. That is what people have a common assumption about that. But plants, once the fertilizer goes into the ground, fertilizer is just a mix of nutrients. It's a composure of compounds, and what happens in the life cycle of the fertilizer is that soil kulla ponadukku appuram it will break down into simple inorganic substances, or a plant will take down only what is necessary for it, and the end result of let's say a tomato or a brinjal, it is still organic. There is no unwanted chemical in it. What happens when you use fertilizer is the quality of the soil goes down, but still the end result is still the same. The use of fertilizers is not advised, but still it still makes the medium or the product edible as an organic compound. Yeah, so these are the pictures from IIHR, and these are used in commercial scale. And as you can see, almost 44 tons per hectare. There is about 1.6 acres. They've produced that is chili, that is amaranthus, and those are tomatoes. They've almost matched that of commercial farming. Some more examples: cucumber, again chili, and the AFC is fermented cocoa peat, which is my medium. And the difference between that is a plant, just one plant of tomato has been able to produce 5 kilos, but the one in soil has been producing only 3.5 kilos. So there has been an upgrade and a better productivity in cocoa peat than in soil. For pest management, in cocoa peat you naturally will not get pest, but a natural remedy for that is just neem oil. Apply neem oil in water, mix them and spray it, and you will not get you can control your pest naturally. Yeah, these are some of pictures from my terrace farm, and these are two pictures from the IIHR. As you can see, they've almost grown a tree out of it. So anyone interested in producing something organic, or having an idea of producing organic farming, they can opt for cocoa peat, which is a much viable and futuristic option for the moment. So yeah, I would like to end my session by saying that thank you for this opportunity. This is my actually first time doing a seminar like this, so thank you for bearing with me, and I would like to finish with this, so thank you all.